Be up, guys. Be up, guys. Welcome to the stream. Once again, apologies. Apologies for this being a little bit delayed again. Obviously, other things happened. I also have to apologise. I will be getting a food delivery soon as well. So I've got, some food coming in. So I will be having to go and get that. Once it gets here, I'll have to go and get that delivery. I've ordered, obviously, so I might have to go for a little bit while I eat that. But that's not just yet. But it won't be long. Obviously, I'll be getting my food delivery very soon. But I thought I'd get on here to talk about this. Really, that Jannik Shuster. Obviously, I've done the stream about this yesterday. That he's very, very close to joining. It's very, very close to happening now. And I've got a little bit more of an update regarding that. Also, we are after Santiago, interested in Santiago Bueno. Whether that's an actual rumour or true, I don't know. But I just read that. Hopefully, I hope we are, because he's a very good player. I think both the Bueno brothers are very good at Wolves. And obviously Santiago's another centre back. So looks like we're looking for proper centre backs. Obviously Jannik Shuster is a centre back as well. But Santiago Bueno has got more experience over him, obviously. Bueno is about 27, I believe. So he's got plenty more experience. And he could come straight in if we do go for him, if we do bid. He'll come straight into the team, obviously, I would say. And, if not, he's back up at least as well, if we don't put him in straight away. That's if we do actually go make a bid for him. Well, I'm not totally sure we will just yet. And hi to you, Mel. Big up to you, my friend. I hope you're good. Happy, I expect, still happy and over the moon about Arsenal getting into the UCL final. Good luck. Congrats to you for that, and good luck for the final. Yeah, I hope you're good. And be up to you, Harry. Hello, guys. Hope we're all doing well. Yeah, fine, bro. All good, bro. Yeah. So I'm just gonna go to the articles now and talk about this. Obviously, we'll talk more about. I'm going to go into more about Jannik Shuster first, as that seems to be sort of getting nearer to actually maybe happening. Also, I've also now seen that Joey Veerman is on our radar yet again. Once again, Issa Doumbia is another one, and Said Al Mala. We're also looking at, but I will probably do that. Talk about them more tomorrow when I do it tomorrow. So. Right. So yeah, I will just get straight into this and talk about Jannik Shuster. Here we go. I'll just bring this up, guys. Hold on a minute. Yep. Looks like my food order's nearly here, but I'll just try and talk about this quickly. So Jannik Shuster, 20 mil, 19. Of course, he is centre back. And 3 hours ago, this has been updated. Fabrizio Romano reported that the transfer of Jannik Shuster to Brentford is finalised, with a deal for the RB Salzburg defender consisting of a €17 million fixed fee and $3 million in add-ons. A long-term deal has also been agreed with the player, and the journalist provided his characteristic confirmation of the move. So let's go to that. Let's find that. Let's see what Fab Romano is going to do. It's going to say the usual, here we go. So let's get to that. Well, it's still saying here, deal almost done. Yeah. Deal almost done, but hold on a minute, guys. I've just got to go and get my order, my food order. Be back soon. Yeah, be up, guys. Sorry about that. I mean, I've got my food that's going at a food delivery, so I will be eating that in a little while. So I'll be off of here for just a few minutes. But I just wanted to get this one up. Obviously, that Fab Romano has said this deal has been finalised and finished. And be up to you, Warren. I know you're saying, where is Steve? Has he been abducted by Grace, or is it the Brentford hierarchy or MCC? I could say the same about you, but with Arsenal, whatever. Well, no, you wouldn't want to be abducted by Arsenal, would you? But still, they're in the final. I haven't seen you on here for ages, buddy. To be honest, I don't know what's happened to you. I hope you're good though. Anyway, but well done and good luck with Celtic. They're going well. Don't look like I don't think you're going to win the Premier, mate. Scottish Premier, I mean. I don't think that's happening, buddy, somehow. But yeah, thanks for coming in. No, I haven't seen you for ages, man. I don't know what you've been up to, but hope you're good anyway. Yeah, so here it is, in black and white. Well, not in black and white, in colour, but the actual deal has been finalised. We have bought this player, this new signing. He is here. Jannik Shuster to Brentford. Exclusive story details. 17 million euros fixed fee, 3 million euros add-ons. Long-term deal also agreed with RB Salzburg defender. Here we go. So there we go. You got it from the man himself, Fab Romano, and it's there. We've got a new signing already. We've already got a player in. And there we go. So I'm very happy about that, guys. Really am. I'm over the moon about this. It's actually another centre-back, which is what we need. We totally need another centre-back. And we need backup there and whatever. So, you know, this is a great signing. Very, very happy with this one. And it looks like we are looking at another centre-back with Santiago Bueno, but obviously I'll just talk about this one as well. Carry on talking about this one first, but yeah, it's looking good. We got a new signing. And as this one says, this is obviously from the Borough of Hounslow Herald, this article. And it's even saying here as well, Brentford agrees £17 million deal for RB Salzburg's Jannik Shuster. Brentford have reached an agreement to sign Austrian defender Jannik Shuster from RB Salzburg. Fabrizio Romano reported that a €20 million, £17.2 million deal has been settled between the Bees and the Austrian Bundesliga club for the 19-year-old. Schuster has made 26 appearances for Salzburg this season, establishing himself as a first-team regular. While featuring 4 times in the Europa League, he has also played for Austria's under-21 side. The teenager, who turns 20 this month, started at Salzburg's feeder team, FC Liefering, in Austria's second tier in 2023 and made 39 appearances over 3 seasons, before returning to Salzburg last summer, making his debut this season. Liverpool midfielder Dominik Szoboszlai and Bayern Munich's Konrad Laimer are also products of Salzburg's academy. Schuster comes from a family of ski jumpers. His father, Werner, was Germany's national coach, and his older brother, Jonas, has competed even in the Olympics. Analysis: 1 for the future. Brentford have been interested in Schuster for some time, impressing scouts over the past year. The 6'3" centre-back is physically imposing and also has the technical ability to bring the ball out of defence. Considered a little rough around the edges, it is understood that this is a signing for the future, with the Bees believing he can transition into a Premier League player. Brentford already have three fellow right-footed centre-backs in captain Nathan Collins, Sepp Vandenberg and Christopher Ayer, compounding the view that Shuster will not slot immediately into the first team. His ability to play both left and right centre-back is a bonus, though. Collins and Vandenberg have been Keith Andrews' preferred pairing for much of the season. With Collins on the left, Ethan Pinnock is the only left-footed player in this position. But he has only made 4 appearances this term. Brentford sits 7th in the Premier League with 3 games remaining. If they are to achieve European qualification for the first time in the club's history, Andrews' Finn squad will need significant bolstering this summer. It looks like we're trying to do that, though. So that's good, isn't it? We are looking to do that. So anyway, let's move on to the next one. And that's obviously about Santiago Bueno. Just going to get that up, guys, and talk about that. Yeah, I'm just going to go off screen for a little bit, guys, and off the mic, because I'm just going to finish my food. I'll be back very soon to continue and talk about Santiago Bueno. Be back very soon, guys. Okay? Cheers. Sorry guys, I was eating my food. I'm sure I don't think anyone wanted to see me eating or hear me eating. So that's why I was off the screen for a while and everything. So anyway, yeah, great comment there, Warren. I'd play him ahead of Aya all day long. I would play a cat ahead of him. Yeah, exactly. I know what your feelings are about him. Pardon me. I know when he was at Celtic and what he's done with us at times is he's been pretty poor at times, done some shit here as well. So I know exactly how you feel about it, mate. Aya is not good enough. Maybe we will get rid of him with this guy coming in. Well, not this one. Unless we do go for Santiago Bueno. I hope we do. That looks like this. I'd love this to happen. Yeah, so 27, not more experience. Centre back, of course. 19 hours ago, this was Brentford are monitoring the situation of 27-year-old Uruguayan Wolves defender Santiago Bueno, whose club will be under pressure to sell key players because of their relegation to the Championship. West Ham United hope to sign the player. Well, it's no good if they go down as well, is it? He won't want to go there, will he? While Crystal Palace are also mentioned as monitoring the situation. Bueno has been capped 8 times for Uruguay. He joined Wolves from Girona in August 2023 for a fee reported as €12 million. And his contract runs until June 2028. His current market value is €10 million, according to Transfer Market. So let's get to this other article about it. Santiago Bueno update as 4 Premier League clubs learn asking price. Leeds United are reportedly among the clubs to learn the asking price of Wolverhampton Wanderers defender Santiago Bueno. The Uruguay international has been one of the rare shining lights in Wolves' torrid Premier League campaign. Sorry, apologies, guys. Making a total of 24 starts and 1 substitute outing in all competitions. However, at a time when Wolves are already preparing for life in the Championship, Breno's future is beginning to become clearer. Bueno is said to hold the opinion that he wants to leave Molineux for another Premier League club during the summer transfer window. As well as Leeds, Brentford, Crystal Palace and West Ham United have all been credited as admirers of the 27-year-old. What is Santiago Breno's asking price? According to AS journalist Eduardo Burgos, Wolves have decided on their valuation of Bueno ahead of the market reopening in June. Wolves are allegedly prepared to demand in the region of €25 million, 21.66 million for the centre-back, which ain't too bad, to be honest, who has just over 2 years remaining on his contract. The report adds that Girona, Breno's former club, hold a 20% sell-on clause, which may impact on Wolves' decision. When Wolves signed Bueno in the summer of 2023, they paid in the region of 10 million. So not a lot, was it? with his signature. A very good player, though. And they're obviously going to sell him on for more now. But still, 21.66 mil is still not a massive amount. Can Wolves expect to generate desired Bueno fee? Although Wolves have spent much of 25-26 sitting at the bottom of the Premier League table, there's a strong argument that Bueno has enhanced his reputation. Nearly half of his 51 Premier League starts have come this season, with just 27 being made in 23-24 and 24-25. Some of the interested clubs may argue that an 8-cap international for Uruguay is not worth in excess of 20 million. They will also be aware that Wolves can ill afford to keep players such as Bueno, who will be on considerable wages, albeit not in the range of the club's biggest earners. Somewhere between 15 million and 20 million pounds would arguably be a justified asking price. And there may be room for negotiation on that front if Wolves do not receive the proposals that they are looking for. So there we go. I mean, I still don't think that looks too bad, that sort of price, if that's what it's going to be. As they say, yeah, 8 caps for Uruguay is not a hell of a lot, but he's been a mainstay for Wolves as far as I'm concerned. Him and his brother. So yeah, maybe we should try getting him. I think this could be a no-brainer or no-brainer, I should say. But yeah, could be a no-brainer. But let's see, guys. I mean, yeah, it's one to look at, one to keep an eye on. I will actually go into the other transfers we're talking about at the moment because they've obviously, I've read about these others now, these other players. So I will actually go on about it. We'll talk about it on here now, I think. So let's get to that. So let's go into the one that we've obviously seem to still be interested in, which is Joey Veerman. Yeah, Joey Veerman. So 30 mil. Yeah, it's still not bad. Could pay that, I guess. Yeah, PSV. Just 27. We've had plenty of interest in this guy before in trying to get him. I think we tried again last season or whatever, and fairly recently again. He's central midfield, of course, 27. Let's go with what it says before. Joe Veerman, who had previously been linked to Brentford, will remain at PSV at least until the summer. According to Verbal Premier.nl, that was 132 days ago. So we're talking about, obviously, I would say last year, maybe year before. But the most recent information, 2 hours ago, Verbal Premier.nl reports that Brentford is interested in PSV's Joe Veerman and that the club has already approached PSV. I mean, this one could also happen. I know we've definitely had plenty of interest in him before. Jay Veerman, that's a real possibility, this deal as well. We've certainly had plenty of, looking at him. I think we scouted him as well. Be up to you, Luke. I hope you're good there, bro. Hope you're obviously pleased about yesterday. About Arsenal getting into the final of the Champions League. Bet you're well happy. I think it's Bayern or obviously PSV tonight, and we're going to see who gets through there. It's going to be tricky, either of those two. Really hard for you in the final. But at least you're there. Yeah, I know you're there, mate. Big up. Big up, bro. Yeah, but let's get back to this. Obviously, Joey Veerman looks possible here, because we've shown plenty of interest looking at him before. There was a failed summer move for him. Brentford made concrete attempts to sign Veerman, with bids of up to 28 to 30 million turned down by PSV, who considered him too important to lose late in the window. Yeah, I remember this. I remember us doing all this, that we were trying to sign him, we were seriously trying to sign this guy. Veerman expressed disappointment over the failed move, stating that while he understood PSV's position, he was eager to move to the Premier League and felt the deal could have happened if approached earlier. Release clause and January 2026 interests. Reports suggested a release clause existed in his contract, making him a target for Brentford to return for him in January. Player frustration by early 2026 amid ongoing transfer speculation. Reports indicated Veerman was frustrated with the media coverage of his situation, having decided to focus on his time with PSV following the collapse move. Is there anything more about this? Just trying to see. Yeah, it's going back to when we had two bids for him rejected. But it looks like we may well be after him yet again. So we'll obviously see what happens with that. We'll have to keep tabs on that one. It's possible it may happen. Very good player, Jay Veerman. So I'd like to see it happen, guys. I really would. It'd be amazing. I mean, we have got to get build a squad if we do get into Europe. We need a bigger squad, and we need some top players, and he'd be one of them. So for me, let's hope it happens. I'd love to see it happen, but we just got to wait and see on that one. Right, let's get to the next one, which is this one again. I've seen plenty of talk about this guy as well. Saeed Al-Mala from FC Cole. Another 19-year-old left wing, but 50 mil, if that's the case, that's a hell of a lot. I'm not sure we'd be going after him, maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure. 7 hours ago, according to Build, Brentford is monitoring the situation at Saeed Al-Mala, but the FC bosses are blocking the transfer. Saeed Al-Mala's mother acts as his advisor and is considering a solution that could be satisfactory for everyone, including a possible loan back to his home country. So it looks like this one might not happen though. 34 days ago, Brentford, Brighton, Newcastle and Chelsea are all making concrete efforts to sign 19-year-old winger Said Almala from 1 FC Cole. Brighton has reportedly had offers rejected by Cole, with bids up to €30 million said to have been turned down in the winter. The German club is said to have increased the asking price to €50 million for the German under-21 international, who has scored has 10 goals and 4 assists in 27 Bundesliga games this season. So this one looks like probably a no-go by the way looks of it. So why we're bothering with this one, I don't know. But you never know. You never know what might happen there. This is another one we're interested in. It's with Issa Doumbia from Venezia. Another one, young guy, 22, central midfield, 15 million. 6 hours ago, Sporting and Benfica are both in negotiations with Venezia for midfielder Issa Doumbia, with Brentford also showing strong interest. Sporting has made a concrete proposal to the 22-year-old, and it is reported that the project has pleased the player. It is understood that the deal will not be concluded for less than €15 million, a price expected to increase due to competition. Yeah, so really well. It's saying we're showing strong interest, but we haven't actually made a bid or anything. So if it is 15 mil, it's not too bad. But are we gonna do that? I mean, they said they might increase the price as well. He joined Venezia in July 2024 for a reported £1 million. On me, that's cheap. Has a contract with the club until June 2029, and the current transfer market value of £8 million. It is reported that in April 2026, Besiktas made an official £15 million offer for the player. So I don't know. I don't really know with this one, guys, to be honest. I really don't know. What we're going to do here, I really don't know. If we're going to try and sign him or what. I mean, it looks like negotiations are happening with other teams, so I'm not entirely sure. Be up to you, Pit Terrier. Hope you're well, buddy. Hope you're good, as usual. Almala is quality. Is he? Well, thing is, we might not be going for him, mate. It looks like we can't. It looks like it's not happening. That's the only thing. Yeah, big up, Mr. B, just popping in. No worries, man. You're always welcome. You know that. So brilliant. Thank you. Coming in once again. But this, obviously, I'm not sure about this one either. But Issa Doumbia, not totally sure that this is going to happen either. So we just got to wait and see, I think, guys. That's all we can do. Wait and see what happens. We know we got one player in now. And we'll see about the others. But Let's just have a look if there is any more. As I said, that they're the main ones. There is this one as well, Sofian Al-Faouzi from Schalke 04, and another central midfielder, just 23. 12 million, which don't seem a lot, really. This was one day ago. According to Sky Germany, Brentford are among several clubs interested in Schalke's German-Moroccan midfielder, Sofian Al-Faouzi, The 23-year-old who helped his club achieve promotion back to the Bundesliga has also reportedly attracted interest from Celtic, Sunderland, Bologna, and Rennes. The same source states that Schalke plans to keep the player and has set a valuation of €12 million, 10.3 million for him. Al-Faouzi joined Schalke in July 2025 from Alemannia Aachen for a reported fee of around €200,000. And his current contract runs until 2029. His current market value is €4 million, according to Transfer Market. Earlier reports mentioned an asking price of up to €10 million in March 2026, and offers of at least €8.5 million in January 2026. Yeah, it's another one then we're not totally sure about here, but they're saying same source states they plan on keeping him, so I'm not sure it's ever going to happen. I mean, although 10.3 million is fairly cheap. So this is another one I'm not totally sure about, but we'll wait and see, I guess. I'm going to go to this one now. Pretty much gone through all that. Just want to talk about this, and that's obviously Caoimhin Kelleher, who's been amazing for us, awesome this season since we signed him. Amazing signing, fantastic signing. Talk about Liverpool trying to get him back. I hope that doesn't happen. We don't want that happening. And we won't let him go, surely. We won't let him go back to Liverpool. No way. But this guy is absolute quality. The instincts of the Irish. Caoimhin Kelleher, Premier League and Champions League winning goalkeeper Caoimhin Kelleher talks through his time at Liverpool working with mate Alisson Becker, saving penalties from Cristiano Ronaldo and Kylian Mbappe, and how his good form this season has been the perfect way for him to complete his transition from Reds number 2 to Brentford's number 1. Many at GTEC Community Stadium or watching live on TNT Sports may have been pretty confident that Bruno Fernandes would step up and convert his penalty against Brentford back in September, which would have seen Manchester United overturn the 2-goal deficit. But there were at least 2 people who were aware of what the man standing between Fernandes and the goal, Caoimhin Kelleher, was capable of, and they had the utmost belief that he'd saved the spot kick. Nathan Collins, who conceded the penalty, fouling his former teammate Brian Bramo, relievedly stated after the game, "I trusted him. I've seen him do it before. When he's facing a penalty, I'm more convinced he's going to save it than they're going to score." And his head coach, Keith Andrews, said something similar. "It didn't surprise me. I've seen him do it many times. He's got that knack." He does his work with Manu Sotelo, first team goalkeeping coach, but a lot of it is instinctive. He's also got that long reach and quick reactions. There was a long wait for the penalty to be taken due to a VAR check on a potential red card for Collins, which wasn't given before eventually Fernandez stepped up to the ball in front of the East Stand. Kelleher in bright green, fittingly for a Republic of Ireland international, had his arms outstretched, hands in the air, making himself look as big as possible. And as soon as the United man was about to strike the ball, he got down low and threw himself to his left, with his left glove keeping the ball out before Kevin Sharder reacted quickest, picking up the loose ball and clearing. Both Sepp Vandenberg and Michael Chiodi attempted to celebrate with the Bees keeper, but he was keen to push them both away. Kelleher didn't even crack a smile. That was until after the game, with the West Londoners having secured a 3-1 win. When he grinned, it was important. It came at a crucial part of the game when we were ahead, so it was a big save. We always do our work before the game, and luckily I was able to come up with the save. But what's the secret? It's a mix of different things, Kelleher reveals. At times you just need to go off your own instincts, what you're thinking, and what the state of the game is. So all that plays a part. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. You get the good advice and analysis, but sometimes you do just need to go off your own instincts. But players are smart; they're good at changing direction and which way they're going to go. There's a reason why Collins and Andrews, as well as any others who have paid close attention to Kelleher's career, trusted him to make the stop. He has made 3 penalty saves for the Bees this campaign, one of which included boldly standing his ground as Enzo Lefebvre tried chipping the ball down the middle of the goal, only for the keeper to catch it comfortably. That was one of 3 penalties Kelleher kept out in the space of 4 games last season, after he thwarted Southampton's Adam Armstrong in a 3-2 win for Liverpool and Joel Poggenpalo in a 1-0 win for the Republic of Ireland. But you'd be mistaken if you thought that Kelleher's penalty saving skills were something he has developed recently. The 27-year-old reveals that he actually saved a penalty on his free trial with Liverpool as a teenager. And along with some other good stops and a clean sheet in that game, was one of the reasons the Reds signed him from Irish side Ringmahon Rangers in 2015. After joining the club and playing regularly for Liverpool under-18s and under-23s during his first few seasons there, the then 19-year-old became the first team's third-choice goalkeeper for the 2018-19 campaign. And it was that season that the Reds beat Tottenham Hotspur 2-0 in the Champions League final in Madrid, in a game which saw the young keeper make the Liverpool bench for just the second time, thanks to a unique decision by UEFA. Sorry, I missed some of that here. This article. Apologies. Sorry, it's supposed to go. He made 3 penalty saves for the Bees in this campaign, one of which included boldly standing his ground as Enzo Lefebvre tried chipping the ball down the middle of the goal, only for the keeper to catch it comfortably. He has also been prolific from the spot at international level when he saved the penalty of 5-time Ballon d'Or winner Cristiano Ronaldo. In a crucial World Cup qualifier between the Republic of Ireland and Portugal in Lisbon, Ronaldo stepped up, jumped around the ball before striking it down the middle of the goal. Keller dived away from the ball, but miraculously he kept it out with his training leg, kicking it away with Collins the first to congratulate him. It looked like that would be the save to secure an impressive 0-0 draw for Ireland, before Ruben Neves netted late on to win it for the hosts. There was another fairly noteworthy penalty stop a few seasons ago, as it came against Real Madrid at Anfield in the Champions League against Kylian Mbappe. It was a special moment for me, the former Reds keeper recalls. To be honest, I don't really look at who the player is. I felt confident, and thankfully I went the right way. It was a big game for Liverpool as well, having lost to Real Madrid in the final a couple of times before that. I know everyone at the club, including the fans, wanted to win that game badly, and it was great to make that save and play a part in that 2-0 win. They changed the rules literally just before the game, so that for the first time you could have 12 players rather than 7 on the bench. This going back to this, obviously, what I'd already read about the UEFA decision that allowed him to play there. They changed the rules literally just before that game, so that for the first time you could have 12 players rather than 7 on the bench, which meant I was able to get on, says Keller. I was never going to come on, obviously, but rather than just travelling with the squad, to know you'd be on the bench and to be even in the kit was really cool. After we won, the celebrations were class. The parade on the bus, they're memories that will last forever. To be involved in the Champions League final when you're that young was crazy. I used to watch it on TV, and all of a sudden I was lifting it. It was surreal for sure. Just over 2 years and 16 Liverpool appearances later, which included his Champions League debut against Ajax and his first Premier League start against Wolves, Kelleher was no longer just watching cup finals from the bench. He was named in the starting 11 for the Carabao Cup final at Wembley Stadium against Chelsea, having been trusted by Liverpool boss Jurgen Klopp to be their keeper throughout the tournament. With some big saves from Christian Pulisic and Romelu Lukaku during the contest, Kelleher kept a clean sheet in both normal time and extra time before that game went to penalties. Despite all the discussion and numbers around his spot kick saving strengths, he couldn't keep out any of Chelsea's 11 penalties, but instead he scored one. Yeah. It turned out to be the winner after his opposite number, Kepa Arrizabalaga, sent his effort, the 22nd penalty of the shootout, flying over the crossbar and into the Liverpool supporters behind the goal. On stepping up and scoring his strike from 12 yards, Keller recalls, it all went a bit quick. I didn't realise it was me until the lads started pointing towards me. I had to get my skates on and put the ball down. But winning that was absolute elation and pure joy. Celebrating in front of the fans, with the rest of the lads running over and joining me, it doesn't get any better. You should never take winning a trophy for granted, and especially at Wembley. It's a day I'll never forget. That was a victory that has contributed to him holding the record for the most penalty shootout saves 6 and penalty shootout wins 4 in Liverpool history. Not even current Reds keeper Alisson Becker can match that accolade. And the Brazilian shot stopper, who will surely go down as one of the greatest Premier League goalkeepers of all time, is someone who Kelleher knows well from his time on Merseyside. Me and Alisson grew really close. We spent a lot of time together and became good mates, says Kelleher. On the pitch, it was good to train with him because he's an amazing goalkeeper and it helped my development. You pick stuff up just from watching him. He's 1v1s. He's the best at them by a good stretch. So to see how he handles different situations was invaluable. And off the pitch, he's such a good guy. That's the same with a lot of players I played with during my time at Liverpool. At the start, I would see some of them and be like, whoa, why am I involved with this? But in the end, I learnt so much from them. They're all top professionals and proven winners. So you learn that mentality. It was so good to be around. Kelleher ended his Liverpool career with 67 appearances. 10 of those came in the Premier League during his final season at the club, as he deputised for the injured Alisson during the Reds' title-winning campaign last term. It was just about the perfect way to bow out, leaving with that Premier League winners' medal, which added to his FA Cup, Champions League, Super Cup, and 2 Carabao Cup successes. It was the right time for me to go, he admits. That was the plan once I didn't leave last summer. It was always going to be this year. Once I knew Brentford were in for me, it was something I was really excited about and wanted to do as quickly as possible. I knew Sepp van den Berg and I'd spent a season with Fab Carvalho. I chatted to Nathan a good bit as well. Everyone spoke so highly of the club. People always say it's such a well-run club and how good the people are. And you can see that from the outset. Despite not being the head coach, when Kelleher first signed for the club, coincidentally, B's boss Andrews is someone that the keeper knows very well, having worked with him as a youngster in the Republic of Ireland youth setup. Ever since I first met him all those years ago, he's been really good with me, divulges Kelleher. He's such a good person and I've always had a good relationship with him. We'd always stayed in contact, so I was delighted when he was appointed head coach. Understandably, Kelleher admits it's going to take a bit of time for him to completely transition into his new role as Brentford number 1, having spent so long as a number 2 at Liverpool. He states, I'm still settling in and getting to know the team and my teammates, which will take a bit of time, but I can feel it getting stronger and stronger. At Liverpool, I would play and then come out of the team and not play a game for a while. Here I'm playing week in, week out, and it's taken some getting used to. I'm really happy to be doing it, and I'm getting there for sure. That, along with everything that comes with a transfer, moving to a different city and settling in a new club. But I feel like I'm getting there. It's important for me to play every week and get that rhythm. Those penalty saves and countless other stops, which have recently seen him keep his 10th clean sheet in the Premier League this season, have done no harm in helping him firmly settle in as the Bees' number one. It gives you a boost of confidence when you step up in a moment like that, he says. It reinforces that you have the ability to perform in these high-level games and gives you the belief that you can go on to do bigger things. Well, I'm glad he's here. I'm glad he's done all that. I think he's been amazing, an incredible goalkeeper. And I just hope we can keep hold of him, even if Liverpool come calling back for him. I hope and pray we can keep him because he is some keeper, amazing keeper. Be up to you again, Mel. Hope you're good. Yeah, some keeper, Creven Keller. Anyway, I'm just going to go over once again the player we just signed. I'm going to go back to that just to say it once more. That we signed the player. We've now signed Jannik Shuster via Fabio Romano with all this news that we signed him. 17 million euros fixed fee, 3 million euros add-ons, long-term deal also agreed with right-back Salzburg defender. Here we go. So, yeah, here we go. Amazing. Absolutely brilliant. Over the moon. Great signing. Hope it's one of many now. I really do. So, yeah. We got our player in now. We got the player in. We're looking for more. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I'm going to have to bounce, obviously. It's been a great stream. Apologies for it being a little bit late again and me having to go off and eat my food, my grub, while I was doing the stream, obviously. So I apologise for all that, of course, but I really had to have something to eat. I hadn't had my tea yet, so I had to have something. But thanks for being patient and watching. Hopefully you watched it live or on playback, or obviously I've had a few in the live chat as well. So thanks for that once again. Please keep obviously following me on Insta at Mr. B for Life 182 down there, and subscribe to Mr. B Hive Football Chat. Come on, guys, especially if you're new, please keep subbing. I'm still on 231 subs. Get that going up. Come on, guys, get that going up further. Get me to 250. That'd be incredible. There'll be plenty more of this. I'll be doing probably another one of these tomorrow. Especially if we do, obviously, it'd be on the Bees website about this guy that we signed, this player, Jannik Shuster. So probably we'll go into that more, talking more about him, and obviously other players that we're looking at. And then also probably another actual preview for the Man City game, talking about that a bit more. Injury updates, see who's going to be available for the game for us. And plenty more, guys. So please keep watching. I'm going to bounce. Anyway, guys, so for the time being, thanks to everyone. Enjoy the football. Obviously tonight, Bayern and PSG in the Champions League. check that out, guys. Be a great match. But I'm going to bounce. And for the time being, until the next one, guys,